Due to COVID-19, this meeting will be conducted as a Zoom meeting pursuant to the provisions of the Governor's Executive Order N-2920, which suspends certain requirements of the Brown Act. This meeting is being live-streamed on the CCTA website. The Chair will call upon members, staff, and other speakers by name. Please speak clearly and state your name before giving comments or remarks. Persons participating via Zoom with their cameras enabled are reminded that their activities are visible to viewers. Members participating by Zoom wishing to speak should physically raise their hand and unmute their mic when called upon. Members should remute their mics when done speaking. Citizens participating by Zoom wishing to speak should use the Raise Hand feature or dial *9 if participating via phone, and the Chair or staff will call upon them at the appropriate time. Citizens will have 3 minutes to speak. A 30-second warning will be provided. After 3 minutes, staff will lower their hand and mute their mic. Participants via phone will be called upon by the last 4 digits of their phone number. It is requested that public speakers state their names and organization, but providing such information is voluntary. Written public comments received in accordance with the COVID-19 Special Notice for Public Comment Guidelines are printed on the meeting agenda. If authors of the written correspondence would like to speak, they should raise their hand and the Chair will call upon them at the appropriate time. All written correspondence received after that and during the meeting will be entered into the record. A roll call vote will be taken for all action items. Thank you for participating in a meeting of the Contra Costa Transportation Authority.
Thank you, Jackie. Appreciate it. So moving ahead, Jackie, could you please take the roll call?
Yes, Commissioner Haskew.
Here.
Commissioner Hudson. Absent. Okay, Commissioner Mitchoff.
Here.
Commissioner White.
Here.
And Chair Kelly.
Here. Thank you. So I think we do have a quorum. So the next item on the agenda is public comment. Jackie, have we received any public comment cards?
No, we have not received any public comment.
Okay, and is there anyone wishing to speak during public comment on an item that is not on the agenda? If so, could you please raise your physical hand now and I'll call upon you? Seeing none, then we'll move on. So the next item then is the election of the chair and the vice chair for 2021. Do we have any nominations for chair and vice chair? Dave Hudson has entered the room. So do we have any nominations for chair? Yes, thank you, Dave. Thank you.
And I nominate Karen Mitchoff for chair and Luella Haskew for vice chair.
Okay. Any others? Jackie, can we take this as just one vote then?
Yes.
Okay. So Karen, Commissioner Mitchoff is in line for the chair and Commissioner Haskew for the vice chair.
Do we need a second?
Yeah, we do need a second. Would you like
Not
to
really.
second it?
Not really. Well, I will anyhow. Thank you.
Okay, so motion by Hudson, seconded by Haskew. Jackie, can we have a roll call vote, please?
Ooh, public comment.
Is there any comment? No, I don't, seeing none. We'll move ahead.
Sorry, Chris. I just thought we needed to put on the record that there weren't any.
Oh, okay.
Did you think they were going to come after you, Karen?
No, but you never know. I'll tell you. I got death threats over the holidays, so you never know.
1 or 2. What?
Okay, seeing no public comment, and I gather there's no comment here from the board. Can we have a roll call vote, Jackie?
Yes, Commissioner Haskew.
Yes.
Commissioner Hudson.
Yes.
Commissioner Mitchoff.
Yes.
Commissioner White.
Yes.
Chair Kelly.
Yes.
Okay, motion
Great.
passes. Motion passes unanimously.
Great. So we have a new chair and vice chair, and at this point, I will turn it over to Chair Mitchoff.
Thank you. And I want to thank you, Chris, for leading us this last year, especially through the pandemic. You've done a fabulous job being our chair, and we really appreciate everything you did. So I see a lot of head nods. So thank you so much for all you did for us. We have the approval of minutes. I am going to ask staff in the future to include the minutes as part of the consent calendar. If there are a concern about them, is a concern, we'll pull it off. But we will take two motions this time, but in the future, please include minutes. And I would ask that that be also done at the regular meeting, but I'm not chair of that group, but I think that would help. So do I have a motion for
Move
the,
approval.
thank you.
Second,
Moved by Hudson, seconded by Haskew. Any further discussion by any of the members? Is there any public comment on the minutes? Hearing none, may we have a roll call vote?
Okay, Commissioner Hudson,
Yes.
Commissioner White,
Yes.
Commissioner Kelly,
Yes.
Vice Chair Haskew,
yes,
Chair Mitchoff.
Yes. And
Okay,
moving on,
motion passes unanimously.
thank you, Jackie. Moving on, we have two items on the consent calendar. Do any of the members wish to pull any of the items for discussion?
Move consent.
Okay, and is there a second?
yes, there is.
Moved by Hudson, seconded by Haskew. Is there any public comment? Hearing none, any further discussion? May we have a roll call vote, please?
Okay, Commissioner Hudson,
Yes.
Commissioner White,
Yes.
Commissioner Kelly,
Yes.
Vice Chair Haskew,
Yes, yes,
Chair Mitchoff.
Yes. Moving
Okay,
on,
motion passes unanimously.
thank you again. We have two regular agenda items. Item A is approval to issue an our annual urban limit line policy letter. May we have a staff report, or has everybody read the report? Are there any questions of staff? I know, Mr. White, you are new to our planning committee, so I don't want to just jump over this. We've all dealt with it. I know Pittsburgh has a long history with the urban limit line, but is there any need for any staff report on this? Mr. Hale or Mr. Kelly or Mr. Hong? All right. Is there any public comment on the approval to issue an annual urban limit line letter? Hearing there are none, may I have a motion?
I'll move to issue the ULL letter.
And I'll second that.
Thank you. Moved by
What's the matter with you, Luella?
seconded by Kelly. I think it's great. We don't want to have all.
I was being gracious. I'm actually waiting for Mr. White to make his first motion. So maybe we want to wait a little bit the next round.
Well, we'll give him item B if he so chooses. All right, we have a motion by Hudson and a second by Kelly. We've had no public comment. May we have a roll call vote, please?
Commissioner Hudson,
Yes.
Commissioner White,
Yes.
Commissioner Kelly,
Yes.
Vice Chair Haskew,
Yes,
and Chair Mitchoff.
Yes,
Okay, motion passes unanimously.
thank you. And we will now move on to the status of the calendar years 2018 and 2019, the Growth Management Program checklist approvals. Who from staff is giving this abbreviated report, since we've all read the staff report? Would that be you, Mr. Kelly? Or would that be you,
Would
Mr.
be. Yes. Thank you, Chair Mitchoff, and welcome to your return to chairdom.
Thank you. Oh, Chair,
So I'll keep this quick, and this is really just an update for information on the status of our growth management program checklist, or your checklist that each city is required to submit in order to receive their 18% return to source funds, as well as there's an additional 2.09% available in some parts of the county. And the checklist is that mechanism to get those return to source funds. So we're in the 2018-2019 year cycle. Payments for fiscal year 1920 and 2021 are in play with approval of this checklist. There's $16.8 million out there for the current 1920 fiscal year that we're paying out upon approval of checklists. So just so you know, they are all due by June 30th of this year. We've only had 6 of the 20 submitted to date, submitted and approved. However, Oakley did submit theirs over the break. So we've got 7 in the system, but 13 left. For the benefit of the new member, your city has taken care of their requirement, submitted their checklist. So you don't need to do anything, but for the rest, and you can see the attachment. If your city doesn't have a check mark next to it, we encourage you to talk to staff. But our recommendation tonight or our offer is really just to remind the jurisdictions. That,
Matt, will this be a consent item on our regular CCTA meeting?
It would probably be, unless it's requested that it be on the.
Let's keep it as a consent item, but perhaps and I don't have the staff report in front of me, but if there could be an updated list of those cities and or the county that might not have, and maybe one of us we won't pull it from the consent calendar, but we could at least mention as a reminder that it needs to get in. So is that all right with everybody? I think so. Yes, thank you. All right. Anything else, Mr. Kelly?
No, and the county has submitted, so you're good, Chair Mitchell.
Great. Thank you so much. Do we have any public comment on this item, Ms. Reyes?
No public comment.
Wonderful, thank you. And Mr. White, would you like to make this motion since your city is in the good column?
Thank you, Chair Mitchell. Yes, I would like to make a motion to accept the status of the report and approve the transmittal reminder letters to the remainder jurisdictions.
Thank you. And who would like to second that?
I've been shamed, so don't look at me, Luella.
I was waiting for Chris to jump in, but if she
Okay,
doesn't,
I'll second it.
All right. Nobody's shaming you, Dave. We need to congratulate you. We haven't talked to you since you won your election as mayor. Moved by White, seconded by Kelly. May we have a roll call vote, please?
Commissioner Hudson,
Yes.
Commissioner White,
Yes.
Commissioner Kelly,
Yes.
Vice Chair Haskew,
yes,
Chair Mitchoff.
Yes.
Okay, motion passes unanimously.
Thank you. I see Martin Engelman is on our Zoom call. Mr. Engelman, do you have a real live person photo, or you just want to remain incognito? Take yourself off mute, please.
I'm not even here. I'm
Okay.
invisible.
All right. Well, it's nice to see your name on the Zoom. We're happy to know you're still amongst us and doing good work out in the community. So
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. We don't have any correspondence and communications. Number 8, commissioner and staff comments. I don't have any further comments or reports. Any commissioners' comments or reports? Any executive staff comments, other than we want to welcome Mr. Hale to his first planning committee meeting as our executive director. And it looks like, I don't mean to make fun of it, are you in your daughter's bedroom?
No, this is actually our guest bedroom, but my daughter puts pictures up in here so I don't forget about her.
Well, it's a lot of pink and hearts. So, but that's very sweet. That's very sweet.
And then my wife's getting ready for Valentine's Day. That's what the heart bucket is back there.
Boy, she's got 6 weeks to go. Good for her.
Right? Yeah, she's not wasting any time. I do have one comment, just to respond to your request, Commissioner Mitchoff, on the meeting minutes. We are working on that based on your comment at the last authority board meeting. We had to take some time on the back end of PrimeGov to make it happen, so we weren't able to put it into PC or APC, but you will see the minutes in the consent calendar for the authority board meeting and in the near future for both PC and APC.
And the general regular meeting.
And the general regular meeting.
Thank you very much. I appreciate
You're welcome. Yeah, thank you, Terry Ann, for doing that and working on
Terry Ann and Jackie and all of your staff are wonderful. It's so nice to see. In addition to Matt, we've got Peter and John, and of course, Brian, we have a photo, and Colin, we have a photo. And of course, Martin isn't staff, but we don't even have a photo. But we all know who you are and what you look like, and we can get a hold of you if we need to. All right. Any other business, anyone? With that, we will adjourn to our next meeting on February 3rd. Thank you so much for this meeting. And again, we want to thank Chris Kelly for her leadership this last year.
and wish everybody